Hello, everybody. I actually decided to make a video today because of because I might have provoked a certain streamer just a little bit, and his attacks back were completely unhinged. Attacks on me that quite frankly, he banned me, so I couldn't even respond back. And then I went over to YouTube to because I'm not an idiot. And then I was able to respond for a little bit longer over there before I was banned. I'm guessing it takes a second for the mods to catch things on there. Um, because they're also his lawyers, I found out. But one of the hilarious things he said um, was in regards to like people who have been calling him out. Well, that's clearly bad. I had a feeling. It's like it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh damn, I had a feeling that you might have been a complete and total full of shit liar. Considering it says I've been in the games industry since 2004, which he was born in 1995. Granted, in January of 1995, but still, he would have been 9 years old. So that's for sure a wild statement from a literal baby that was apparently given a job because they were a literal nepotism baby. And like, and then he says, he literally just says, dude, you're insane. Like, for people that feel like that or have that opinion, his idea is literally, dude, you're insane. Because people have had this weird feeling that maybe his voice is fake or something like that, or maybe he wasn't working in the games industry, he was just kind of around people, and then he got a job in QA and just kind of lazed around, probably picking up a paycheck. I'm sorry, dude. But we are like finding out that like the government has been wasting billions of dollars employing people that don't deserve jobs. It's like it's very likely that you were a nepotism baby because of who your dad is. I'm sorry, but I don't know his dad. Apparently, I just found out that he's the WoW guy from South Park, which I didn't think that's a good thing, but apparently that makes him a literal like gangster badass in the gaming industry. Which, if that's your dad, I think it's much more likely that you're Bronny James rather than, the second coming of LeBron James. Especially given I pulled up his video games that he's quote unquote making. All of them are like to be announced stuff. Heartbound. Let's just look at this. Like, I will pop up little pictures. But like, note the last update made by the developers was over 13 months ago. The information and timeline described by the developers here may no longer be up to date. It's like, and it's like approximately how long will this game be in early access? We're releasing a monthly update patch on the first of each month until it's finished. This game came out in early access in 2018. I mean, granted, it cost $10, but that was 7 fucking years ago. Well, I guess 6 years ago because it was December. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's been 6 years and 3 months. Benefit of the doubt, dude. But then if you go and look at his other games, Champions of Breakfast, like, this is like shovelware. Champions of Breakfast is literal shovelware, and for some reason has 121 positive reviews, and a lot of them seem body, and then some of them are literal like, I'm a fanboy, look at me, I'm happy. Like, respect is respect where respect is due. Great game, great work, keep it up. Like, why? Like, it's from someone who's apparently been in the games industry since they were 9 years old. I expect a little bit more. Like, Dave Joffe made God of War. you know, stuff like that. You know, and the guy who made Doom, if I'm not mistaken, like there's a lot of prodigies in the gaming industry, and this guy is 100% claiming to be one of them. Except his claims to fame are literal shovelware garbage. $10 shit. Like there is a lot of 2D games on Steam that I would definitely happily pay $10 for. But the thing is, they're charging $30 for them. You know why? Because they're worth $30. Because just because it's a 2D game doesn't mean it's a bad game. Like, I don't know why he's making these garbage games and then pretending like it's someone else's fault that they're garbage, and then he's not. Like, his entire channel is surrounded in all this heartbound fucking garbage shit that he has posted everywhere. How are people not asking about it? Like, literally, the game hasn't been updated in 13 months. Which, because of this timing, means basically 2 years. Like, the game hasn't seen an update since 2013. Or 2023. What the hell am I talking about? To me, that's pathetic. Like, especially if you're going to say, oh, it's coming out, and everything is everywhere surrounding the game. Like, nah. Like, and then he calls people who call him fraudulent or possibly fraudulent, or like, they are obviously insane. And then he DMCA's. Let's see. He said, if someone DMCA'd me, I have a company in the way. All right, let's fight. When he received 300 DMCA claims for his game soundtrack because he's using 100% samples. So obviously, like, somebody had a problem with that, and I will link that exact YouTube video where that's the evidence that they have. I will link all this stuff, and I find that pretty insane. That he literally just admits that he's like, oh, I have basically daddy protecting me. That's why I will never get DMCA'd. And yet he runs around DMCAing Brandon Ferrantino, who made Idle Streaming Bonanza, which apparently released and didn't even have his voice in it, just thought that it had his voice in it, and he DMCA'd, claimed the guy, and got his game temporarily shut the fuck down. Because that's how much fucking pull this guy has for some reason, even though he releases shovelware. I mean, it's really kind of wild how people defend him and how he defends himself. I said something along the lines of like, I thought like people thought you were a Nepo baby, like, because he was sitting there explaining how the banking process works for games. I will get more information. Be right back. Yeah, his actual quote is, he said, so one of the people that just got banned said, and this is what I said, this guy still pretends he wasn't a Nepo baby, which he insta-banned me in his Twitch chat for saying that. Kind of a joke, kind of a troll. I mean, I get it. He probably gets trolled a lot, but I don't know, silencing the people that, like, and I'm going to quote what he said too as well later. But then he proceeds to just say that, oh, my dad said I wasn't. My dad says I'm not a Nepo baby, so I'm not a Nepo baby. Like, maybe my theory on Pirate Software is starting to be that maybe he's so fucking stupid that he doesn't realize that he's a Nepo baby. And that's why everything he says is so basic bitch and just kind of common knowledge, honestly. Like, some things he says that are like a little like, oh yeah, you probably did work for a game studio later on and were probably put in a job where you do a lot more talking than working. So, and I'm sorry, I fraudulated him. His game did get an update, and what his update was a link or like a beta build that you have to put in yourself, which that's always fun. So that's why I think Steam doesn't really consider it an update, because it technically isn't an update that the game actually received. It's an update you have to put in yourself, which is a little bit weird. And from what I can tell, the update was um, well, making sure that Mac players can't play the monthly dev builds, which I don't know, but it just basically contained bug fixes and put a pound sign in the Heartbound font, extended a storyline, localized language names, put a quit button in, and an end is no longer the end. So, put a little bit of content in the game, I suppose, and some bug fixes. I don't know what it means, patch 10964. Usually that means it should be released, right? But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know anything about game development, but I do know it shouldn't take 7 years to make a 2D game, especially not when it's kind of a clone of another game. Sorry, not sorry, honestly. Okay. Okay. Um, Basically the rest of everything that happened. Um, there's a couple things that's crazy though. Um, I called him a nepo baby, and then a guy right after me says, "Control your ego, you chode." And then that guy literally he reports his Twitch account, or he reported mine. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Um, and then he said, regarding basically me and that guy, he's like, they don't know how to handle their life and they don't want to have a conversation. It's like, even though we got insta banned for what we said, it's like, we're not the ones avoiding the conversation, which I then went onto his YouTube and made multiple chats being like, yeah, I'm not avoiding the conversation. You are. You banned me. Um, you know. And then comes to find out, while I was catching up, he starts bragging that he blocked 40,000 Twitch accounts from his chat because of people saying that. It's like, in case you're wondering, that's more than 3 times his viewer base. It's more than 4 times his viewer base. Like, and you can say follower count, but follower count don't mean jack. His actual viewer base isn't that large. It's like, I don't know. But then he sees my chat in YouTube, and then pretends that he can't see my chat when he's reading chats that are around my chat. I know he reads the one that's literally on top of my chat that I sent. And then he calls me a fucking dipshit after banning me. And then says, go outside. Which is pretty hilarious because it's a 12-hour stream that he's in, where he's claiming to work on games, but really he just fucks around in his game and on a black screen where he draws because he's trying to get shorts for his stupid YouTube channel, which is the most of his income, is tricking stupid people into thinking he's smart. And by the way, he kept showing this video of his dad saying, like, he walked up to his dad to talk to his dad 4 years into his career, which would be in 2008, which if he was born in 1995, he would have been 13 years old. So if a 13-year-old kid walked up to a cinematics director, I wouldn't be surprised if their boss was like, why did that 13-year-old kid just walk up to you? But I find it very interesting that a 13-year-old kid would be working for Blizzard and the guy wouldn't know who the kid is or why the kid's there. Like, his whole story has many plot holes to it, and I haven't even watched any of the videos about this guy. I watched two videos because I watched a little bit of the Nuxanor video, and then I watched two videos for like extra support into what I've been thinking about this guy, and it seems pretty obvious that everything everyone's been saying about this guy is very true. Like he definitely fakes his voice. I can tell you just from the sound of it. It's the same thing that radio shows do. It's like they deepen and smooth your voice. It's not that crazy. It's just common sound design. That's why he has this insane microphone that costs like $2,000 or something, so that it can do that basically all on its own. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to be like, oh yeah, that mic makes anybody sound like Morgan Freeman. Sorry, not sorry. But then he reads one comment to where I was being like, yeah, you banned me for no reason, and then said I don't want to be in part of the conversation. He reads that, and then says that I'm crying and calls me a fucking dumbass while ignoring my chats. Like, so you literally can't have a conversation with him. And he's just like, Mods, who is this guy? And then sits there for a minute and a half, like pretending that my chats haven't been popping up for a minute and a half. Like, I am typing at this dude. Like, he's ignoring everything I say, or it's getting auto banned or moderated out or something. Or had already been banned, it just doesn't tell you or something. Like, shadow banned me or something. And I'm sorry, but it's just pathetic for him to sit there and call me a dumbass and a no life and a bad person because I believe some of the shit that, people have like 35 minutes of evidence, you know, about his false DMCAs and, oh yeah, do we even talk about roaching? How he's a roach and how they have, the YouTube video I will link has multiple instances of him aggroing creeps and bosses and then abandoning his teammates and running around corners and literally TPing away from the fight because he's such a coward. And then he calls me a fucking coward, dude. I'm the tank that dies because of people like this guy. Not that I play WoW or know anything about it, but I do play Overwatch, and I am the tank that dies because my supports are scared to take a single step forward sometimes. That's this guy. Okay, and they don't have deep voices like this. I hear them on videos. They go, I talk like this. And sure as shit, you look up a video of him in live interview. He talks like this because that's the way he talks. You can almost hear it in his fucking microphone. Like, my voice goes from low to high pretty often, and I admit that. Like, even low pitched dudes, a lot of them, like, they will be talking at a higher pitch most of the time because you're not chilled out or like my throat is thrashed right now. My voice is a little bit deeper. But he talks for 12 hours and he sounds the same the entire time. I just think it's bullshit. It's like it's very obviously software engineering his voice a little bit better. It's like I wouldn't put it past him. Sounds like something he could do. But if just scrolling through YouTube for like a minute, there's like grooming allegations, there's falsifying documents allegations, there's like typing in pirate software, all it does is pull up allegations. Like, oof. I mean, he literally got kicked from the WoW server, so I don't know what to. A fake lawyer, like. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about this. He was always an asshole. The situation is crazy. Like, cheating in puzzle games. Like, if you believe in this guy, that's you. You do that. But I think the proof is in the pudding. You just simply look at what he does. It's like, apparently he's been a software. Me and him are the same age, by the way. He's been a software designer since he was 9. apparently. And he's my age, which means he's 29. Oh no, he's 30 now. And all he has to show for all of his software design is he worked on other popular games, apparently, quote unquote, worked on other popular games. Um, Worked for the government, which it's coming out that that means absolutely nothing. They hire people for no reason all the time, so congratulations. There's a little applause for you. And he has released a game that hasn't released, and released shovelware phone software. Uh, the ultimate booty bundle. Yeah, booty is right, dude. Booty is for fucking sure. It's got two bullet hells and Heartbound and a soundtrack, two soundtracks. And you get a whopping $2.60 off if you buy them all together. I'm sorry, but dude, booty is right. I don't know what the hell Block Game is, but apparently he works on that too. Block Game. It's a $1 game. No, he was not working on this. He was literally working on he was literally playing Minecraft that entire stream. What is wrong with this dude? How can he adamantly talk about himself in such a way? Unless this is the wrong Block Game. Like, there's no I have no idea. Block Games, Block I don't I don't see anything. I'm guessing it's a not game as well. Server-side mod pack for Minecraft. He made a Minecraft mod pack. Yeah, if you guys want to believe that this guy is some Dave Jaffe level fucking prodigy, yeah, you can go ahead and believe that while he does 12-hour streams about nothing. You can go ahead and believe that, but it's in my firm belief that he's a piece of shit that lies about every single thing that he does, which isn't that uncommon. Let's be real. Like, let's be real. It's not that uncommon. And there's literal evidence of his voice changing, and what he says is he went through second puberty. If I was him and I wanted to make a real story, I'd have been like, I got throat chopped. Or like, I used to be a smoker, but I gave it up. Or like, I got really depressed and I was a chain smoker for like 6 months. Ruined my voice box. Like, I would make it seem like, you know, basically something bad happened, not, oh, I got lucky. Like, if you observe his career, it's like, how did I become a 9-year-old software engineer? Well, it wasn't because my dad was a software engineer. It had nothing to do with that. In fact, the only thing he helped me do was make a resume because I was 9 years old. It's like, okay, bullshit. But okay, let's say he was just a prodigy and he got lucky and met a Blizzard CEO and, you know, handed him an application that just had a little bit of tweaking from his father. And then he works in the industry for several years, and then people find out they're related, and then they, you know, give him soft and easy jobs to do and getting massive paychecks. And then he just all of a sudden goes through second puberty at like 26. I mean, which would honestly probably be like a really late first puberty if it was, but I would say chances are that's not a thing because he didn't grow facial hair or anything like that either. He didn't get taller. Like, I mean, he's my height. He ain't that tall. You know, assuming he probably gives himself an inch or two, he's shorter than me, so he's right above short. But okay, and then he just falls into streaming. Like nobody helped him along, and it's like, and there's totally 8,000 people in his Twitch chat. That's right. Oh yeah, and I looked at some of his comments on some of, well, recently his recent live stream. And if you look at his comments, most of them are bots. Oh, and there's even a person going bots, frowny face. Like literally 8 out of 9 of these comments are bots. Maybe 7 out of 9. And even one of them is titled dummy account. Like, dude, I don't know what to do here. I don't, like, something tells me he has view bots. Something tells me, like his, like, you can look at the chat replay. Okay, right at 10 hours 49 minutes and 48 seconds, I'm all up in the chat. I'm all over it. I just, it doesn't matter. He continues to ignore it, and I got sick of watching him. I refuse to do any more watching him. Like, I'm the most genuine viewership he's had, I bet, in years. And I really don't know that much about him. I just know that I never liked him. I always looked at him and smelled bullshit. And then when everybody else started saying, oh, he's bullshit, I thought, well, I got sick of fucking seeing him on my Twitch being promoted every single day, even though I never look at anything software related. He was playing Minecraft. I never look at anything Minecraft related. Anything him related in general. I don't watch his little group. I don't watch WoW. I don't watch anything. Like, the closest connection I have to him is that I play Blizzard games on my stream. So he gets relentlessly recommended to me, and I click on it, and what do I see? Him talking about how he was involved in the finances of Blizzard. And it's like, well, if he was a QA, a quality assurance tester, he wouldn't be in the financial department talking about the banking and the payrolls and stuff like that, and the legal, like the financial legalities of things. It's like, that's not where he would have been anywhere near. So it's like, if you look at just his broad, like, strokes of knowledge and stuff like that, it's very obvious he's just a kid that's been chronically online, knows a lot of random information about a lot of things, can probably code to a decent degree. I mean, I won't sit here and say that I'm a better software engineer than him or anything, but I think it's very obvious that he's not all he's cracked up to be, because he very obviously struggles to make his own games. And he has a team. He has a team of people helping him make these games that don't even become games. But I just had to do this. I had to say this because I'm pretty pissed that he attacked me without giving me a platform to attack him back, without me being able to say anything. It really sucks to be insta-banned without being able to get your side out. And for that person to be calling you a no-life idiot piece of shit that doesn't know how to handle their life. It's like, that's pretty fucking annoying, considering I have a real job and I leave my house, unlike him, who streams every single day for 10 to 12 hours. Telling me to go touch grass is fucking hilarious. It's like, I mow the grass in my own yard, you idiot. I shovel the snow in my own yard right now, is the better thing to say. So, whatever. Everybody have a wonderful day. I just had to clap back a little bit if I could. But I thought it was funny that provoking a Twitch streamer can be just that easy. Bye-bye.